you a sugar burner? That's what the topic is for today. Are you a sugar burner, and are you metabolically unhealthy? I am Celeste Mumford. I have been working on my own metabolic health for the last 6 years, and I created the Mumford Method to help me personally be able to flow between fat burning and glucose seamlessly. And the question comes up, are you a sugar burner? And sometimes on my posts, people say that they feel horrible when they don't eat carbs, when they go to the gym or when they work out, their energy is low and they need those carbs. If that is you, my friend, you're probably a sugar burner. Let's talk about it. Yes, I have my notes. The body was designed to run like a hybrid car, right? And know which energy source to use at any given time. That hybrid car can effortlessly flow between using electricity and using gas. You don't have to force it into one or the other because it knows based on condition which fuel source to use. Now, when it comes to the body, there's also a metabolic switch built into our biology, built into our DNA, that's supposed to flip automatically, burning stored fats between meals, keeping your energy stable, and keeping your hunger calm. But unfortunately, about 93% of Americans are metabolically unhealthy. If you are a sugar burner, chances are you are metabolically unhealthy. So let's just talk about it. Now, according to a 2022 study published by the Journal of American College of Cardiology, that's where that 93% of Americans are metabolically unhealthy. Being metabolically unhealthy doesn't mean you're overweight. It doesn't mean you feel sick. And there might not be anything wrong with your blood work. It means that your body has quietly lost the ability to switch fuel sources. And that single dysfunction, it's a dysfunction, that one broken metabolic gear is silently driving fatigue, brain fog, stubborn belly fat, and blood sugar crashes that you've probably been blaming on everything else. But that, my friend, is called metabolic inflexibility. Your body runs on primarily two fuel systems, glucose and fat. Pick one. Glucose, which comes from carbohydrates and starch, and fatty acids, which come from fat, both dietary and stored fat. Now let's go back to that hybrid car for a second. A healthy hybrid can seamlessly switch between the electric motor and the gas engine depending on what the situation calls for. Low speed in traffic, electric. Highway, gas. The transition is instant, it is smooth, and it is automatic. That's what a metabolically flexible body does. If your body can't go from glucose to fat seamlessly, effortlessly, and automatically, you're not metabolically flexible. And chances are you're stuck in sugar burning. But anyway, when you eat carbs, it burns glucose. When you haven't eaten in a few hours and glucose runs low, it switches to fat. Many of you don't let your glucose run low because as soon as your glucose runs low, you're eating more carbs, starches, and sugar because you want to be high, right? You want to be high off the glucose. When you haven't, we said that. When you switch over to fat, when you haven't eaten in a few hours and glucose runs low, it switches to fat. No cravings, no energy crashes, no desperate search for a snack at 3 p.m. Just a smooth automatic gear change. Now, here's where it gets interesting. A sugar burner is someone who is metabolically inflexible, has lost that switching ability. You stuck on sugar. That's why you have to keep refeeding your body with carbs and starches, because you're stuck on sugar burning. Your body does not transition over to fat. Because as soon as you feel that transition, you go stuff your face with sugar. A rice cake, rice, sweet potatoes, a protein shake. You're stuck on sugar. Cakes, cookies, pies. Now, your body is locked in glucose mode. It can only run on glucose, which sounds fine. Now, hear this. Listen to this. That sounds fine until you realize glucose is the least abundant fuel in your body. Glucose is the least abundant fuel in your body. You carry 1,500 to 2,000 calories of glucose stored as glycogen in your liver and muscles. That's it. 1,500 to 2,000 calories. That's it. Now, that's your entire glucose reserve. But your fat stores, let's talk about that stored fat that you keep carrying around, that you protected. Even a lean person with 15% body fat carries somewhere between 50,000 and 100,000 calories of stored nutrients, fuel, and energy. And if you attend my lives, I talk about this a lot. A person carrying more body fat, like most of us have more body fat than 15%, you might have 200,000 to 300,000 calories of stored fat sitting in reserve. Your stored fat is just sitting in reserve, but you can't access it because you're a sugar burner. Okay? So here's the brutal irony. A sugar burner is running on a tank that holds 2,000 calories while ignoring the tank holding 100,000 calories. Y'all operating from the wrong fuel system. They're hungry. You're hungry every 2 to 3 hours. When I watch these sugar burners on social media, you're eating 6 times a day. You're eating every 2 to 3 hours because you got to keep that sugar storage going, because you're only holding 2,000 up to 2,000 calories. Your body, and you're eating every 2 to 3 hours because your body literally cannot access the fuel that's right in your body. Your body is not accessing fat because you're a sugar burner. The storage tank is full, but you cannot access it. The engine just can't reach it. It's not a diet problem. It's not a calories in versus calories out problem. It's a metabolic problem. And here's the thing that blew my mind when I first learned this. The hunger you feel between meals isn't weakness. It's not poor discipline. It's your body's metabolic machinery sending a distress signal because it's stuck. Sugar burners are stuck on sugar burning. Your body cannot transition to burning fat because you're a sugar burning. But there is a way to fix it. This is part 1. I have a couple other parts. Like, comment, follow, and share. Let's talk about how we can fix your metabolism so that you can be metabolically flexible, baby. Burn carbs if you need to, and then switch over to fat seamlessly, effortlessly, and smoothly. Let's talk about it. Like, comment, follow, share. Love ya. Later. That's it. You want to burn fat for fuel and energy. Stop carrying the fat and start burning it. Sugar burner. Sugar burner. That's it. That's it.